most probably clip this. Nice. There's nothing like having a little bit of lag though. Now I'm looking all still. Perfect. Okay. It's now tweeting. Nice. Epic. I like it. It's a browser source thingy in your screen capping it also. Oh, interesting. It's not picking up your audio for some reason. Wait, speak? Okay. Well, I'm gonna go segue this because I think I know exactly what's going on, and I got the fix for this. Don't you worry about it. This weather report is going to go underway. I think I know exactly what's going on. This is such a dumb issue, too. All right. Okay, this is going to be good stuff. Thank you, Kitchen. Thank you. Thank you for moderating right now. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. Okay, now you can talk and people can hear you.
Hi.
There you go. Yeah, okay. Alrighty, everybody. Alright, so where did we move to today? Well, I'll be getting down and dirty with that there, buddy boy. Don't you worry about it. Now what I want to know is why I'm having such speaker problems right now. Keep talking, Yuki Buns. Say something. Okay, so you guys can hear her, but I can't hear her. Be right back.
No.
Hold on just a second. Just a second.
Oh,
I
no.
think I gotta exit Discord again. This is so dumb. Guys, don't worry. The weather report's gonna be coming on. I gotta iron out a few kinks.
Podgers.
You know what I mean. Okay.
Hi, chat. How are you?
I'll be right back, everybody. Just kidding. I'm gonna still be on stream, but I can't hear Yuki for the life of me. Alright, don't worry. She's still on stream. We're in Uzbekistan, by the way, everybody. We're on Uzbekistan. I didn't pay our volunteer trying to get job experience enough bucks. Ain't that right, Yuki?
What?
Interesting. Good. Enjoy the no damage run of the news. It's going to be a great no damage run. That's just how we do it over here. Right? I know that's what I do. That's so weird. I don't know what it's doing. It's not picking up your... I can't even hear you. It's not picking up your sound for me.
What?
But is it picking up sound, though?
What information?
Alright, I'm gonna...
Dial.
Interesting. Okay, everybody. It seems that I'm deaf right now. So you know what I'm gonna do? We're gonna have a deaf stream while I figure this out. Okay, Yuki, take it away while I go figure things out. Talk a little bit about, you know, your constipation you've been having, the shit coming out, and go nuts right now while I figure this out. Wait warmly, everybody.
Great. So everybody got a warm front coming in from the west over towards the east, and by that I mean my stomach is really, really angry. We got a hot storm brewing, lots of humidity. It's gonna be real wet. You're gonna need the thickest umbrellas you've ever heard of because the monstrosity that's gonna come out of my butthole lately is going to be hot, wet, acidic. It'll probably burn through your normal umbrella, so be really careful and be prepared.
That's amazing. So what I gotta ask, what do you think was the part of this weather? Do you think it was like a global warming going on in your anus or something? I don't know.
Oh, well, you see here, I had 2 protein bars, and at first I thought that was what it was. Nah, I forgot that I had One of them bitch ass, those Starbucks like double shot energy drink thingies.
Oh, yes, I do know
Oh
how that
yeah,
happens.
oh yeah. Every time I have one of those, it tears me a new asshole.
That's there's a lot to be really kind of said about things like that. I personally, whenever I have Starbucks or anything like that, there's three things on the Starbucks menu that can give me, gas that can last for about a few days. I'd probably have to say is the energy shot for that. Good morning, Lobgoblin. And I would have to say, an oat bar is one of them, even though I really really like them, and a cold brew, a nitro cold brew with an espresso shot in it. That stuff shoots through me like, I don't know, like the Soviet Union having a Cold War with the United States. That stuff really hits hard. I mean, that's at least for me. So it seems that protein seems to be kind of, causing you anal anguish. Can you elaborate more on this weather?
I think it's mostly just like the dairy proteins. They just, it's like they're making their own special kind of cheese in my gut, and my gut's really not happy about it. And it makes all my farts hot and heavy and unpleasant and really smelly.
Oh, okay. Well, I have just the solution for you, Yukihbrapps. Ina told me to tell you to join Mari. I am weather reporting right now. You send the message I'm doing a weather report. We're talking about bowel movements right now, Lobgoblin. Okay. And, yeah, so like I was saying, like if you wanted to get like a lactose-free kind of drink, I might recommend you Oh Yeah protein drinks. They're lactose-free, and they won't make your stomach churtle like it's trying to grind butter up back in the Middle Ages.
Ooh.
I think that'd be absolutely fantastic. But it seems today is it is a perfectly normal day here on this weather report because the sun is shining over here, but unfortunately not for all the VTubers. So I'd like to kind of segue into this, and we'll go back to anal anguish in a little bit. The weather in Uzbekistan right now in Tashkent is about 11 degrees Celsius. We're having rain showers right now. It's 3 p.m. Precipitation's 100%. The winds are about 15 kilometers, and the humidity is about 100%. And it looks like it's going to be a wet week, everybody. A wet week. Much like ingesting in protein and then shitting it out and burning a hole through your seat. And that's the weather for today. But it seems that you wanted to bring up a little something special to the news report now. Well, what do you like to talk about, Yuki?
Speaking of things that are hot and wet, and also stink a little bit, there is a little kerfuffle on the Twitter.com yesterday.
Oh, I do love myself a good kerfuffle. I love watching this stuff. It happens go down. I'm kind of like a witch that like kind of opens up from the back door panel, and I start watching you, seeing just the shitstorm that's brewing. But yeah, that's what it goes. Yeah, no. Tell us more. Tell us more.
It was really quite a treat being an artist and a rigger myself with low prices for what I offer. Seeing someone with a like several month old account, 30 followers, brand new, try to, how do I put this? Tell everyone that artists are greedy bastards, essentially.
Oh, artists are greedy bastards. Oh my.
Mm-hmm.
So, as somebody that I know that does, you sometimes you burn the midnight oil, and I know when you tell me that, and I go, well, damn, you've gotten quite productive, and that's just one of our conversations we've had. So when you kind of like burn that midnight oil as an artist, and you kind of go nuts, because I know you made like 2 variations of yourself. Now you have those little glowing orbs that you got going on. You made a new hairstyle. Now you have this person right over here on the internet on twitter.org talking a little bit about artists and how they shouldn't charge enormous prices, and that VTubing itself can be kind of, everybody should have a mandatory like 2D model. What are your thoughts on that? Because I'll give you my thoughts.
Oh man, I want to assume that it's just one of those things that comes from inexperience. But after popping into their uh 8-hour stream yesterday where they proceeded
Oh.
to rant about it for 6 hours, mm, I'm not I'm not so sure. Hmm.
I think it comes from like also not knowing and them being very, very quote opinionated. Usually I feel like when artists kind of do things like that, I love violence too. When artists kind of are like selling live 2D, I don't think people realize the process for it. So, I'm like a beginner artist myself. I don't claim to do funny stuff unless I'm like rigging something that's a meme. So I've actually done a live 2D. I haven't released it, but I have like the file for it, and I like the amount of layers you have to go through is so mind-numbingly boring. At least to me, where it's like you have to get everything just right. And then the problem is not just the artist is having issues. Depending on your clientele, you can either have easygoing clients or you can have perfectionists. And those are usually kind of troublesome people to deal with.
Yep.
And you're not just doing this just to hand out to the community. You're doing this to kind of make a living, aren't you?
Yep.
So
Because unfortunately, this sort of thing takes up so much time and skill to make it really, really good that it's essentially a full-time job. You know?
thank you, Dark Fanta, for the follow. There we go, right in front of my alert. I need that right there. But yeah, so I gotta ask, when you made Aya and when you made yourself, how long did each model take?
Oh boy. I is still not even done because I need to go in and tweak something. Sometimes there's just those little things that you don't really notice until the model's put in motion, but right now my guesstimate is about like maybe 2 weeks turnaround or so, maybe a bit more. I'd say like after refining everything, both the art and rigging can take about a month.
And that really depends on, because some artists also have outside jobs outside of just doing art, right? So it's like they're like freelancers, but they also have to work because they view their job as not stable. So ideally they'd like to be an artist full time, but sometimes things aren't just that realistic. Obviously, I'm sure with the pandemic, a lot of artists have kind of been able to do a little bit more freelancing and probably have upped their production process by tenfold. But there are also, costs to that type of stuff. So you're telling me it takes about like a month to do a full nice rig model in your art style. So you don't think that there should be government mandated live 2Ds, do you?
It's so silly. Like a month is also kind of squeezed in between all sorts of other things. If I really sat down and did it for 8 hours a day consistently, because some days I might work on it for 2 hours, another day I might work on it for 15 hours, but it's still very, very time consuming, and it's definitely not something not something the government's gonna slap onto your Medicaid.
I think they should now. And why is the weather in Uzbekistan? Because that's where VTubers live. I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, that's where all VTubers live.
Yeah. So you're telling me that I can't go up to you and show you my social security number and you can't give me a free 2D model?
No, sorry.
That's Balderdash. I deserve it. Listen here, you're supposed to provide me a live 2D model. That's the deal. That's the deal you have with the government. Everybody, we have breaking news right over here on the news report. Everybody, we're now going to be giving out government-mandated live 2D models so you can start VTubing at no cost of your own. But I gotta ask, speaking of that brand new breaking news, what about rigging? How long does rigging take?
Rigging on its own?
Yeah.
Let me think. I've been trying to keep tabs on it, but I've been doing a lot of my rigging like in between like free time and stuff. For instance, this model right now, I spent like a full day or two doing the generic rigging. So like your angles and your faces and all that, physics, all that kind of stuff. Took like actually 2 or 3 days, and I would guess that would be anywhere from 8 hours to to 12 hours. It really depends, and some days it might be a little bit less. And then I started doing all the extras to this model that I wanted to do, and then also some things I wanted to fix. So I didn't like the hair physics, so I fixed it, and that took about an entire day to do, just the hair physics alone. And then I wanted to do special animations and stuff, and those took about like a day each to do.
So you're telling me rigging is like another art in itself, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So what do you think makes rigging so tough?
You're kind of combining arts, like a sense of art, and then also animation, and then trying to think in a 3D world with a 2D object, if that makes sense.
Oh, okay. That does make a lot of sense. I understand now. Well, I you know, it seems that we've kind of learned quite a bit from that kerfuffle now. I do have to ask, co-anchor for the day. You know, are there any other pressing issues in the VTuber community before we wrap up the news port? And I ask you more about anal anguish.
I'm a little bit soggy brained right now because it's late.
Late? You mean it's morning?
Well, early.
You mean ungodly hours?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't blame you, but
What of it?
I mean, listen, you know, I there's one thing I gotta say is you're like the perfect time zone news anchor for me because you're up when I'm up. I think we have the same sleeping pattern.
What time did you wake up today?
I woke up at midnight last night.
Oh boy.
Yeah, how does that make you feel? And I've been trudging along. 3 p.m. for most people, especially VTubers. Oh my god, you better believe it. That's really it, everybody. You can notice the streamer's sleeping schedule based on their streaming time. I normally stream either 15 to 20 minute videos at ungodly hours, or really, really early in the mornings, or late night for like past like prime time hours. But you know, that's definitely a thing. It seems you've been cooking up a new YouTube video, co-anchor. What's that all about?
Let's see. I've got a couple of things in my pocket. Which things are you, or what thing are you asking about?
I don't know. Talk about which one comes to mind. What's the ace in the hole, if you mind me asking? This is the news. Thank you, Chongyun, for the follow.
And you were leaning in the right direction so you can see his name. There it goes.
Don't worry about it. This is a weather report. We're reporting weather. Here,
Well, don't worry. We can report your follows too.
Here, I'll put you right up here. We'll block it out.
Nice.
All right, there we go. But yeah, what's the ace in the hole that you're crafting right now?
Man, one thing I really want to do is I want to make a video about a recent idol scandal.
Idol? Wait, what? An idol? This is breaking news right now. Holy shit, what's going on?
Are you familiar with Hello Project?
Yes.
Sayubi, did you hear about that?
No, what happened with her?
Pretty much what do you call? Oh my god, there's like a newspaper that is notorious for like busting these girls, but some journalists caught um Sayubi out with a male, and it turns out that they were in a relationship. But then, after she was yeeted out of the group, of course, for breaking contract, turns out that he was actually cheating on her with a bunch of girls. So
Oh my
she lost
gosh.
her career to a complete loser.
Man, all right. There's one for all of you that don't know here that are watching us today here at live in the studio. Idol culture in Japan is very interesting, and it almost loosely applies to VTubers as well. If you're basically an idol and you are caught with a male, you are pretty much doomed. The only idol that I remember that was able to get out of something like this was probably I think it was Rina Sashihara in AKB48. She kind of basically said screw off to the current like medium for idols with the culture that they follow. But correct me if I'm wrong if it wasn't Rina, but that usually happened. I know that Mingashi Minami shaved her head. Also, one of my Oshima Yuko, she also kind of had a run-in with males as well. But they're also that was like a golden age of AKB48. But yeah, idol culture is terrifying. Everybody, make sure you fear it. That's some good ass news.
Okay.
Any relevancy to any VTuber news going on too? That's a juicy video. I can't wait till that comes out.
I almost want to make.
Yes, I am an idol.
Are you an idol?
I am.
Oh, time to start standing, everyone.
That's right. When I get a full body, I will do idol dancing.
Bro. Powerful.
It is. They're not catch you with no males. Oh yeah. Let me just tell you this. I'm public enemy. I'm a hilarious public enemy for a website and on an image board. But that's a talk for another day, and I think it's hilarious how often they post about me. But yeah, no, continue, Yukihbrapps. What VTuber news are thy reporting on in this news weather report?
Man, I want to like.
Eh?
I've been like debating.
Oh, you
maybe
can debate.
Dipping my toes into making videos about like VTuber news.
Look, you're dipping your toes. You're
Dip.
dipping your toes.
Dip.
Dipping the toes. See, I if I had to give you, dipping the toes. Dipping the toes. Look at that. You're dipping your toes. But if I had to give you like a kind of a suggestion as a news anchor, if you want to do news, you can always do it around the art side about VTubing. And I did kind of give you a little bit of an idea, didn't I?
You sure did.
Yeah, what was the idea about?
Discord servers.
Ooh. That is a both popular and unpopular thing that's happening around in the community. My opinion on Discord servers. I would make an IRC server the shitpost in for a day and then destroy it rather than make a Discord. I'll just let everybody know on this. Your news anchor here, I'm for you. I don't like that non-proprietary software. Make sure you download and you watch your data, everybody. But that's a good idea. Have you had like another one? What's one that Yukihbrapps has been thinking about in the back of your noggin?
Oh man, every now and again something silly happens on Twitter.com, or I see it, or I see things gossiped about, or just things that typically affect VTubers. They come all the time, and I'm like, dang, I want to make a video. But then there's also like that fear that you're being a big dingleberry, because there's that fella like Hero Hey, right? And he's a well-known dingleberry. I don't really
nobody
wanna
likes
be
him.
like that. I don't want to be like that, and I don't want to like, glorify things that shouldn't be, or I don't know. coast off of
Clout.
yeah.
I understand. See, the thing is, you can talk about news like this in the VTuber community, because I'll just say this much, reporting news, everybody, from my own personal experience, most internet communities kind of go through a few phases. We're kind of in the phase right now, everybody. We're in the phase where everybody's done with their circle jerk back in October, where everybody's overly nice to each other. Then we had a few, kerfuffles happen about November, December. Then January hit, and then things were about feeling like, we were over the clear. And now, we're seeing backstabbing, sabotage, wonderful things happen. And this isn't even new to any type of internet community. This is just the way how things work, just because humans are humans. This is human nature, and it's fun to watch. I'm not talking like that, like evilly. I'm just saying, I've seen my fair share of stuff like this, but it's just par for the course. And then a few months down the lines, you'll have the stock market in VTubing kind of deplete a little bit more. You'll have people not kind of invest into it a little bit more, because normal life is coming back to wherever VTubers live in Uzbekistan, because Uzbekistan has a no mask policy. Also, the other thing about it as well, we're going to have a boom as well in VTubing again. But that boom isn't going to come from people that you met on Twitter. It's going to come from people that are from other websites. And those other websites can be in the far corners of the dark areas of the internet, where you have so many fetishes and so many weird things that go on in there that you might look at that website and go, holy shit, I can make about 2K off an art commission for drawing somebody this monstrosity. And you go, damn, that shit's fire. But that's exactly kind of like what will transition. That's usually how it works. And I've already seen little bits and pieces of it. And my weather report will change into something different when that happens. It's something that I've been waiting for.
Heck yeah.
But there are probably going to be something that I will say that happens. I'll just say this loosely. Eventually there will be a point, everybody here in this news report, that whatever who or whatever's doing, whatever discords that anybody's in, there's going to be, oh man, this is gonna be really tough. There's eventually going to be a shining grail out of one VTuber in the community. I don't know who it is yet. I can't tell you who it is, but somebody's going to be made into a pariah of the community. And what's going to happen with that? You're going to have lots and lots of stuff out of them, and it's almost going to kind of be like a snap, like that. They're going to be made into a pariah, and then they're going to be talked about constantly. No matter what they do is constantly going to be on the tongue of a lot of VTubers. And it might be on the same level of Yandere Dev, you never know, but that's just how I see things. And it's going to happen. It's brewing right now. None of us know about this yet until it gets reported on, but you better believe I'll talk about it. And yes, I am winning. There's already that BS from that guy saying artists should work for cheap or get the fuck. Oh yeah, yes, Penguin. We did report on that. Yukihbrapps brought the fire coming out of her ass with that. But that's just my opinion on that. Okay, now for our last bit. How is your anal anguish now, Yukihbrapps?
Man, I need to eat more fiber.
You do. May I suggest some fiber for you? So,
Go for it.
So there are these vegan sweets. They're called Smart Sweets. This stream is not sponsored by Smart Sweets. If you look them up, they're low calorie gummies, and if you want to invest in them, I would say they're a great idea. Also, oh yeah, lactose free protein shakes would probably be another good investment for you. And anybody else who's having any lactose free and don't want to shit their brains out, make sure you do something like that. So, what do you think was the worst, before we end, what's the worst shit you had so far? I know you had a lot of protein. I don't know who would ever give you so much protein like that, but they're probably crazy. What's the worst one you think you had? I think one of the worst ones I had, I think I was in a collab with you, and I was on the can for about an hour.
Oh, that's right. And you gave birth. That was your worst one?
Yes. Actually, that was my... No. That was my... Okay, there's different tiers for it. That was like my longest one. That was like agony. There's ones where like I've had like a rapid fire. I go up, take a bit, do my business, sit back down, go again, sit back down, go again, sit back down, go again. And then I start sweating profusely after it, and then I just feel like I just can't live anymore. There's that, but what do you think of the worst one supposedly, coming from protein braps? Because sometimes when braps happen, you just don't like your own brew anymore. Yeah, I'm glad all of you guys like shit. Shit sweats are not good, Lonnie. They are not good.
Okay, I couldn't tell you one isolated incident, but I could tell you like a type of poop. That's the worst.
Yeah, tell us. We'd love to hear it over here.
Oh, I'll tell you. You ever have the poops that like, it's almost like you're constipated but also having diarrhea at the same time, and they come out really thin and you're pushing forever, and also your stomach is cramping, and it feels like you're having your period but you're not, and you're really questioning yourself, and you're having like hot flashes and sweat.
Nothing's coming out. Yes.
Nothing. And then like a bunch comes out and then nothing, but you still feel like you got shit and it's just awful and you feel like you're sick, but as soon as the poop's over, you're like, back to normal.
That is the worst. I know exactly that type of shit. It's like dry heaving. It's like dry heaving vomit when you throw up, but except it's coming out of your ass. That's really the worst. I really can't believe it.
I have a confession.
What's the confession, Yukihbrapps?
I have those kinds of poops all the time.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm almost numb to it at this point.
So you have dry heaving shits all the time, huh?
Yeah.
This is breaking news, everybody. This is absolute breaking news here on this. This has been the longest news report we've had. There has been so much breaking news that we've covered right now. Yes. Do you use baby wipes or Neosporin on your tuckered anal port? Because that's what I would personally do, because it would stop inflammation from happening.
See, I made the mistake of joking to my friends that I need a bidet because I think that I've been convinced that they're smart to get.
Yes, they are that's a great investment.
Right. But my friends are like, why would you need it? I'm like, don't you hate it when your butthole's all dry and you wipe so much that your asshole bleeds?
Yes,
Like, we don't have this problem. Wipe your ass correctly.
It really is like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like,
but I don't use wipes because I don't want to destroy the pipes, right? Because you're not supposed to flush wipes. I just dry wipe my ass, dog.
All right, so I have a solution for you, Yukihbrapps. So what I do sometimes, so I take a little bit of Vaseline, right? Take a bit of Vaseline. When you're having dry wipes like that, take one of your toilet paper, make a very nice warm water stream happen from your faucet. Now put it on there. You see, right? And then use that to gently wipe your rear end. And when you're done, let it dry down, take the Vaseline. You have just created a nice sensation on the can that doesn't sound like it's life or death, and that your anus is bleeding and you find blood on your paper towels. Or your toilet paper, whatever you use. And also, if you do want to use baby wipes, which my suggestion is because it's a little bit more accessible and a little bit cheaper than a bidet, but a bidet is a great investment. I would highly suggest that you create your own disposable little thing where you put them in there. You pack them all up, toss them in the trash, and you're done. Yeah, can you imagine doing something like that? I know the tricks in the trade to anal leakage. That's just how things just have to be here, folks. This is you.
Pro shitter.
Oh, am I a pro shitter?
Yeah.
Well, the reason being is, so when I go through, my royal competitions and stuff, and I have to go through like a, weight class droppage or do anything like that, Prince Rinhard over here. Seems like you're talking a lot of shit there. You better believe I am talking a bunch of shit. Well, you see, Prince Rinhard here. Sometimes when you do that, like one water cutting technique I use a lot of potato bread for it, and it requires depleting my system of salt. So the shits that I get from that, let's just say I'm dropping pounds. It's not just a shit. It's like weight off my body, weight off my mind. So I've had all kinds of them. I've even had one kind where I've demolished an entire condo. No, you can't, you scat fetishist penguin. Prince, do you prefer the Anglo-Saxon, the French, or the German schools of toilet design? I honestly like the German schools of toilet design, to be honest. I'm more partial to that. That's what I'd have to say. That's what Prince Reinhard would like. You know, that's my opinion. Now I'll take a shit on you, buddy. All you do is keep coming in here like a penguin. I don't know what it is. You know, he's kind of an oddball out of a penguin. It's like he's really obsessed with scat and stuff. But, you know, and hoagies.
Dookie.
But yeah. Any finishing thoughts you have, Yukihbrapps? For being the co-anchor.
Alright, give me your feedback. I'm thinking about pulling another all-nighty to fix myself.
Okay.
There's a go turbo hard mode, and no caffeine, no naps.
No caffeine, no naps.
You suggested, what was it, a week of no caffeine. About to cold turkey it, bro.
Cold turkey it. Okay, so if there's one thing I gotta suggest for you, it'll be a good idea to cold turkey, because I just no caffeine this week, and my brain's fuzzy. Oh, the goldfish? Oh, yeah, hell yeah, I'll upset the goldfish. How come? It's because that thing is playing Mario Kart right now. The goldfish is having a good time. Don't worry about it. But my suggestion for you is, so if you're gonna do a speed run, 100% completion with no stimulants, no nothing. One thing I will suggest is you have to pick a hobby or activity that can keep you kind of motivated. For me, when I play games outside of streams, I'm incredibly addicted to Neo 2, so my mind is gonna be like, spurging out on whatever's going on the stream, right? So I'm just gonna be glued to that because I just want to get loot. I just want to get good gear. I'm using a katana. It's the greatest weapon known to mankind because it's folded at least over 1 billion times. So you got to pick something that you're addicted to, which I think Final Fantasy is kind of up your alley, right?
I started playing it with my friends.
So would you say that's one of the most addicting things that you have a bad problem with in your free time? Or what would you say it is, Yukihbrapps?
Addicting.
Yeah, what is addicting?
Addicting to me is hopping on the voice call with my buddies and doing anything that's not productive.
Ah, so what is your all-nighter that you'll have? I'll bring you on for another weather report if that's the case. Let me know when you're at your most tired, so I can have you as a zombie.
Oh no, I'm already a zombie. I'm already tired. That's what sucks about this. I'm already tired. It's gonna be so hard.
That's even perfect. Don't worry about it. All you have to literally do is just talk just a little bit about it. Give the news of why you're so tired. So yeah, what's up? When are you gonna plan this? And may I suggest you look into Phenibut HCl?
What is that?
Phenibut HCl is a nootropic / gamma receptor that would give you a lot of ease of mind when you go through this. I'd only use it very sparingly because you can get a little bit of addiction to it. I'll send you a link for it when we're done.
Okay.
So when is it? When's the great all-nighter?
Right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're doing it right now? Really?
Right now. Yeah.
Everybody, you heard it here first. This is breaking news. Yukihbrapps is now doing an all-nighter right frickin' now. Does this have a sponsor? Indeed, it is not NordicVPN. Our sponsors today are Cinnabon, Papa John's, and Voya Nails. Thank you for the follows, everybody. That is Cinnabon, Papa John's, and Voya Nails. Those are our sponsors today. Thank you for providing the refreshments for our staff in the back. And the nail polish. Are you sponsored by that nootropic? I am not sponsored by it. That is just a personal suggestion for me, just because I know how to manipulate your mind. And yeah, all-nighters are great. But I digress, everybody. You know how this news show has to be. We ended off with Q and Vampire Girl because Idolmaster just hits that hard. And now we're going to prep for a raid. I think we should raid into the Mari _en. So I'm gonna go play Kyun Vampire Girl, everybody. Brace yourselves. Thank you, everybody, for coming to this very breaking news weather report. I haven't done these in a long time. Can I recommend you a dojin? Anything that Redrop produces. Anything, like, go look up anything Redrop makes. You'll have a good time, trust me. But yeah, thank you. This has been, I think, an extra long news report, just because, you know, I've been kind of not doing it for the past 2 days, but I'm going to be having a good news week, everybody. I don't know about you, but there's something special about this, right? Something really special.
Heck yeah.
Now enjoy Takane, everybody, and we'll end off at the Kyun, because that's what we do. What great music. Thanks for coming to this extra long news special, everybody. Anal anguish, art shit, and Uzbekistan weather.
Art shit.
That's right. A combination of the two. I mean, who would have thought? Government mandated live 2Ds. That's amazing. I can't wait to get my Yukihbrapps handed out PNG. It's gonna go next to my Social Security and Medicaid card.
Damn, Canada's built for help.
Thank you, Healthcare Canada. I can't wait. Thank you, Surreal, for the follow. Welcome. Enjoy it. We're almost getting to the best part. What's your exact GPS coordinates? If I told you where the news show was, you'd be able to find me, and I'd have to fight you. And enjoy Mari _en, everybody. Thank you.